Okay, so I could hear your audios on the mail, and very nice. You do a lot of things very good, especially in Mi Favorita, which is a piece I've heard a lot of times. I was expecting some things, and you did it very well. So it was surprising. Oh, good. That was a surprise. So can you play the first part, the first section of the piece, and then I tell you some things that I could hear? Go. Okay, good. Very, very nice. Okay, I wanted to see you also, not only hearing you. So very nice. You have a very good position of your hands, and you played very clear, which is a very nice thing on the guitar. Okay, about the first thing, about the introduction. We have that octaves. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I don't understand very well when you do that, and then you start, uh, let's say, the dance, the main melody, because when you play the melody, you say dum bing dum da da di bing. Okay, this is a mazurka, no? It's dance. That the beginning is not ping bum bang. It's ping bang bang ping. It's much lower.
Oh,
So I would like you to make it a little bit faster, just in order to make it together of the rest of the piece. You know what I mean?
yeah. So the intro faster or slower?
A little bit faster, the same tempo that later, and then we play a little bit with the tempo. But first of all, play it a little bit faster at the same time of the melody. Okay. Okay. You see, my sensation. I'm going to make it much more than what you do. Okay, but my sensation is like you do. Okay, I'm playing it much
Oh,
faster than you, but you know there is a very big difference between one section and another. So the idea would be like dum bum bum bim bum 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 chan 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 bum bim. You see? You get the idea?
okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's try one more time. More. A little bit more. Okay, but don't go faster then, because you play faster the introduction, but then the rest also faster.
Oh,
Like the idea is only the introduction. You feel? Okay, now we have a connection between one thing and another. But now I feel like you feel, let's say, uncomfortable. Could be when you play that. It's like boom, ping, and then boom, chan. So the idea is in the last note of that introduction, in the final C in Spanish, I don't know what you say, B, okay? You can breathe a little bit more. There's no problem. You can do, oh, sorry. Okay, take your time on that note.
okay.
Go. Okay, better. It works better now.
Okay.
And one thing about the fingering, I think you do. How do you do later? How do you do that? Let me see it. Oh, it's a little bit hard when you go from G to F sharp. Can be when you go. little bit hard, that change.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you something. I mean, you can try. All this the same, but when you get the A with the one finger one, and you try, but very slow, and then the one in the third string, and then with the two, and then you have your fingers ready. You see? I think it's easier if you do it that way, because this you can do it very well. I think if you practice it a little bit, can be not shouldn't be a problem. What you say? Okay. So one thing. Okay, let's go with the melody. Say from. Okay, that's one of the problematic points, because we have that change, and you always, if you hear yourself, you always are a little bit late at that note. I mean, when you see that note, that F sharp on the melody, it's always a little bit late. So you have an open string, the first string on the E. You have time to change there. Okay, so use that open string to prepare the chord, and so you can get on time. Let's do it very slow, very, very slow. That's that bar you can take. Okay, the idea is that we don't hear that. Okay, so focus on that last two notes, the E and the F sharp with the chord. Okay. Okay, that you still feel it's a little bit late, isn't it?
Yeah.
Try again until you can get it on time. I don't care if you fail a note. Don't worry about that, okay? Way better. That's it. Sometimes I lose the sound. I don't know if it's the Zoom or whatever, but well, I heard you anyway. That's the D, okay? Continue playing, please. You can get the same bar if you want. Okay, there. You're making one more chord than it's written. If you see, you're making, and it's only, and then the chord. Look it on the score. If you see, the first how is it, quarter note on the bar is only the bass E with the A on the melody on the first string. You see? Can you? It's the second bar of the third system.
Oh, and
You see, you're making with the whole chord, and it's only the bass with the A, only two notes. Can you take from the third system? Yeah. That's it. Okay, good. Because you didn't do it only now. You did all the times, in all the repetitions. So I noted. Okay. So that's one thing. Go ahead. Okay, very nice. Look, I liked very much what you did in the recording in the last time you played this section on the da capo. I liked it very much. You played piano and more dolce, more, and it was nice. But you can also do a lot of variations on the timbre, on the dynamics, not only in the repetitions. You can do it in the whole piece. So, for example, at all this section, if you see in the melody, we have a very common pattern in the music, which is the three. How can we say the three-time intention of melody? We have the first one, which is. This is the first one. Then the second one. And then the third one, the last one, which is the most powerful of all them. And then we go back to home. Okay? So you can use it, or this pattern, this way of constructing the piece, to work, to play with the dynamics more. For example, you can start with a good sound. I play faster for just getting it easy. And then the second time you can make more piano. And now a lot of power, because we're going to the highest note of all the piece. And then the resolution, you start going down. And you are very, very quiet, Pierce, because it's already done, the work. You know the feeling? So try to play the piece and just feel free to play with it. Feel free to play with the dynamics. Go ahead and go down. It's not a question of playing all the notes, pa, 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 the same intensity, and then repetition, we can play piano. We can do more. Feel free to do a little bit more, whatever you want, okay? So let's try. Just play, enjoy. Nice. Now, go ahead. Come on. And now, go down. Very nice. Much more nice. I don't care if you fail notes, it's the same. The idea is to play, to feel the music and enjoy it. And that was much more closer to this idea than what you were doing before. Okay? So, good. Let's continue. Next section. Okay. Let's see. This part, I've been hearing, I didn't play this piece, I have never played it. When I was a child, I didn't play it, but I've been hearing this piece for years and years and years. Oh. And I have never understood very well what happened here. Because I can explain you. We have a dance, this feeling of mazurka. This is 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then we get there and we see on the second time, which is the softer one, it's very high, and we hear that bass, so powerful, so strong. It sounds strange if you feel the mazurka, and then it's what happens there. So what I suggest you to do, try to hide that bass a little bit more and feel all this like what it is, which is a pickup measure. Ping. You understand the pickup? What is it? No. How is it? Pickup is like a preparation bar. For example, the bar starts in the B. So this G is the pickup. Ping. It's like preparing what comes next. So this is the same. It's not that. It goes close to the F sharp. Bring. You feel? Okay. So try to not make an accent on this note. Right, the opposite. Very light. And then there is the accent. Okay? Let's try it. Okay. Do it again, please. What's better? Way better. Okay. And then you do, I think, in your score is like a pause here. I don't know in English how is it. In Spanish is calderón. And then you wait a lot for on the second time. You see? Play it and you will see it. And you will realize. Play it from the front section, the whole section if you want. The same time. Okay, that's it. I don't feel that pose in the right moment because once again we're talking about dance, mazurka. If you are dancing this, you feel. Why you stop there? And then continue. Go ahead. You know, so I wouldn't stop on that chord, on that E chord. You see? Let's try to do it all together or continue. Take the whole section, please. Okay, I think it works better. At least it's more understandable from a rhythmical point of view. Okay, and now the thing is, try not to rush. Just do it on the right time. Okay, take your time, but without waiting. It's not easy to do. Huh? Try again, please. Way better. And then if you can get that starting again, that pickup, a little bit more piano, if you can get it, it would be nice. Absolutely nice. One more time, the last one. Okay, that's better. Just at least that idea is on your mind. That's what I try to do. Okay, let's go. Go ahead, and we're talking about the final section of this. Okay, that's maybe the most critical point of the piece. Could be. It's not an easy change of position. Let's see how can we solve a little bit this. Okay, I think it can be useful for you to think like if the string would be like a railroad and the finger is the train, okay? And the train goes on the rail, okay? Let's try this feeling. It's a little bit hard to think, to explain, but let's try. Very slow, very slow. Okay, but try not to put out the finger, okay? Keep it on the string. Let's try, very slow. Okay, because if you leave your finger on the string, you have at least one of the enemies is defeated, which is the fourth finger. And then, the more close you have your fingers and prepared to the next chord, the more you're going to win advantage on the change. Okay? Let's try very slow. So we have a what is when you do the change, what is urgent, we can say, is to put these two notes, the G and the B. Both fingers, if you see well, the 1 and the 4, okay, both are already on the strings. So leave the fingers on the strings and then okay. Now let's work on that change of position. Feel this. Forget about the rest. Okay. Good. That's a good point. But feel the first, when you arrive to this, the first finger is on a bar. It's making this. So don't do the change like if there is no bar. You have to put it this way because it's a different movement. Okay? Very nice. That's very good. And then the last part is to add the third finger. Okay. Okay, you're trying to do a very nice thing, which is prepare the finger before you play the note. Okay, but in this case, it can be more difficult to prepare the finger than not doing it. Is it because you're here and you have a quite difficult change? There is no problem if you add the third finger after you play this note. Okay? Try to do it in that order and not preparing the finger. That's it. It's much easier. Okay? So let's try to take it a little bit before, and then let's see if you can play that on tempo. At least the G and the B, that bar. I want that. And then if you play another note later, I don't care. Okay? Let's try to do that on tempo. Okay, but let's take it, for example, from the system before. For example, so you can forget a little bit of this. Go ahead, don't worry. Don't worry. It was close. It was close, but you thought too much on the change. You didn't remember. But for your work on the next days or whatever, remember, try to make the change without preparing the third finger. Try that. Okay, so maybe you can get it on tempo, which is the idea, because if you sing this like a song, not playing the guitar, you sing da dee da da dee do. You wouldn't sing dee da da dee do. Okay, it doesn't make sense. So let's try. Okay, go ahead.
From the beginning?
No, from take it there and go continue the next. Okay. What do you want to do on that last chord? You want to do a ritardando, or you do it because it's hard to you to get some legato on that chord? I mean, on that chord, I'm referring.
Oh yeah, that's a difficult chord.
It's difficult, is it? Okay. do you do it? Let me see it from the E. Okay, it's not so bad. I mean, you did it well. I think you can try to do it a little bit faster because you're losing the tempo. And the problem is, it looks like you're doing a retardando when you are playing. Bim, bam, bam, but then you suddenly, so it's, I caught you. You were doing a trump. Okay, try to do it a little bit faster. Let's try to this chord. You can do it perfectly. There's no problem. It's just a question of feeling the tempo, okay?
Yeah.
Take it, for example, can you do it from there? It's good. You can do it. You fail one note, but no problem. You can do it faster. I think it's not a technical problem, okay? And then watch out with, it's a little bit faster. You sleep a little bit before, okay? It's dim, bum, 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 sorry. Bum, 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 okay? A little bit faster. And try if you want, try to do it. I mean,
From which part?
the chords.
Oh.
Good. Now it's pretty bad. And it's the same from, if you have the score in front of you, isn't it? The last part of the sheet of the music, the last system of all the piece.
Yeah.
You know what I refer? The last system of the piece. Same. It's on. You do it a little bit slower. Take the whole section, the whole last section, if you want. The E major. Okay. Okay. Now it was much better than what I heard on your recording. Okay, you take on the tempo, but on all these parts, watch out with what comes next, because now you didn't prepare that chord on time, no? Okay. So as we are a little bit on time, do you have any question or any section that you want to ask me something or whatever?
Oh yeah, I find this section very difficult with bar.
The last section in general, isn't it?
Yeah, with
Okay. Yeah, the bars are always difficult for the guitarist. It's not a surprise. For the bars, one suggestion is that you don't only try to make the finger, to put the finger in a frontal position and it's done. Try to turn a little bit and to explore, because our finger, each person has different finger, and the different composition of the, how is it, the bones in English.
yeah.
So maybe it works for you better if you turn a little bit the finger on the left or a little bit on the right. For example, for me, it's very useful when I put a bar like this to turn a little bit of this direction to outside, just a little bit. I mean, I'm doing the all this where you can see it. They work. Okay, it's hard to to work. It's for me a little bit hard to explain you if I don't have you here to say you do it like this. So that's on the one thing. Let me see a little bit. maybe you could one thing. Maybe you don't have to keep these middle notes all the time. You can do a little bit. I don't know how to explain it. You can keep out a little bit of the bar on the lower part of the finger, okay? And keep the bass. So it's a way of not making so much tension with the finger, so much strength, and you can rest a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, try to feel it a little bit. Let's see if you can do it. It's better. It's quite better. And one more thing, if you don't do it so heavy, I mean, so if you do it a little bit lighter, more fast, I think it will work better. It's like the chords that you were doing, like a lot of pressure. Try to do it like if nothing happened. It's easy. Try to do it. It's a mental system that can work. It works better, a little bit, okay? But the problem is there, obviously. When you do the finger, we have, the bar. In general, when we play with the left hand, we have three kind of pressures. We have this one, two kinds of pressure, I said three. And then we have the whole arm of pressure. So when you do this bar, try to make a little bit of pressure down of the guitar with the whole arm. Okay, so a little bit, feel it down. Try to make that pressure down with your arm. Okay, you see, it's a little bit. So maybe you can alternate this kind of pressure and then relax. You know what I mean? I mean, you'd make it forgetting these two notes clean, but then relax again, and then a little bit of pressure more. So you don't need to do a lot of effort all the time, and you like this must work. You don't need to do that. I'm going to make it very exaggerated, okay? You know what I'm doing? I'm making a lot of pressure when these two notes, and then relax. Okay? Let's try it. Because I think you can get it. It works better. Huh? It's the bars. It's a lot of. On the one hand, you must have some kind of muscle to do it well, but at the same time, there is a lot of feeling. I mean physically, to make it then cleaner. And that feeling you're getting with time, with practice, and then one day at your home, when you wait, maybe you leave this aside, you're playing another piece, and you take it again one day without playing it in months, and then you do it and I couldn't do this 3 months before. Why now? Yes. So just keep working on it. Try to feel different positions of the finger, and for sure you will get it in a few times. You have a lot of precision on your fingers, so it won't be difficult for you. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Okay. So tell me another thing. Any other thing to ask? Whatever. Okay. I was going to, when I heard your recording on this all this section, I wrote color. okay? Because it's a very warm section. You have, this is like a very cantabile. Sorry. And you play it, okay?
Yes.
So try to be a little bit more flexible with this playing on all this section. Very, like very kind, okay? Try the beginning of this section. Okay. Okay, it was more the idea. In the recording, it sounded hard, and maybe for the recording itself, probably that it was better. And watch out, and so we can make like a recapitulation of all the things. With okay, when you do it, because you're late on that chord again. It's more or less the same that we were before. Once again, if you sing it da do di do di do da no da do di do da, okay.
Yeah.
Try it again. The whole section. Okay, much better.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. I don't know how we are on time. If we are good, I can continue. Like you told me that to be very straight on time. 5 minutes, I heard.
Yes, 5 minutes, please.
Okay, okay, perfect. Okay. So go on at the beginning again, and let's work a little bit with the colors and the dynamics. Okay. Okay, let's see. In that phrase, musical phrase, we have a beginning, which is going at the end is going to make to the being. So let's try to do it like a whole line until that note, that final note. Okay, so let's try to keep a little bit piano in the beginning, then go ahead. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think you have already integrated some of the things I told you before. So nice, very nice. One thing, you normally you do it right, but sometimes it's not so clear. Remember, always you have heard it 100 times for sure, but this is melody and this is accompaniment. Okay, sometimes I feel a little bit too much of it, so keep it very behind, because it's just a little bit of color that chord. Okay, it's enough. You don't need to make an accent there. Okay, try again. Okay, good. Don't run, because you want to do it with that feeling, but you are running a little bit. You're going faster. Okay, keep on tempo. Keep the tempo. It's a dance. Remember.
Yeah.
Don't make the dancers feel, oh, I don't care. Okay. Okay, much more nicer. Each time you played it better, with more feeling, with more things, more free. I feel you feel free yourself for playing that. So that's nice. Now, for example, some crazy ideas for you to explore and enjoy the piece even more. Okay, you have to play this. When you play the piece, you have to play this section 3 times. First time, repetition, and then the da capo. Why playing it the same? You can do a lot more. For example, in the recording, you play very piano in the da capo.
Yeah.
Try to play even more piano. Very piano. Okay, let's play. Imagine you are in the da capo and play it for the end of the piece. Okay, and go ahead now, grow. Okay, look, if you want to be very expressive, we can exaggerate a lot of things. For example, that highest note, try to keep that note a lot of time. I've heard it 2 times. I know the melody perfectly, so saying is something different. Okay? Try to keep that note a lot of time. For example, okay? Try it, for example, from the third system if you feel comfortable, for example.
From where?
Third system, can you take it? Or if you feel you want, for the third phrase. Nice. Okay, nice. It was a little bit shy, but it was one idea. I mean, when I say you to do these kind of things, I don't say that you must do it, or it's the only way of playing. It's some ideas that you can do a lot of things on this kind of music, which is very simple, but at the same time, it's very beautiful, and you can play a lot of it. And for the end, for the last time, of course, you can make a big retardando on the last note. Okay, let's try to do a little bit of retardando. Take, for example, okay, let's try it for the end to make a good conclusion. Okay, even more, you can stop more, even more in the last note. Okay, you can do it. All right, it's a way of breathing a little bit more and feeling a little bit more free of playing these things. So I think it's more or less everything. Remember the main things. The hard change of position, the resolutions, try to make them on tempo, okay? Remember that note on the third system without these notes. You played it now, the whole chord again. Okay, so remember to change that. Now, playing with the dynamics, the beginning, the fingering, which is easier, on tempo, and breathing at these notes. Okay, and, well, the hard change. How is it? The hard change, the critical part of the piece, okay? And, well, in the second section, what we talk about, both parts of on tempo and, okay, and the bars, it's question of keeping working. So it's that you play very nice. You have a lot of natural music inside of you. So it's a pleasure to hear you. How many times have you played the guitar?
7 years.
Okay, very nice, very nice. You have a good sound. You have a lot of clarity playing. So it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
I think you're on time. You're welcome. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Louis. Yeah.
You're welcome.
So, do you have some time to answer a few questions?
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
great.
No problem.
Yeah, we want to ask you a few questions. First question: is this the first time that you do this online, like online masterclasses at this distance?
Yeah, I think it is. Yes.
Yeah.
The first time I received it was the day before with Tim and Hopstock, and now it's the first time that I give one. So it's been
wow. Yeah.
whole experience with your things.
Oh, great. And do you experience like a difference between face to face and this online masterclasses?
Yeah, definitely yes. Yeah, it's a strange feeling because you don't feel that contact. You cannot look at the hands from another side, and it's like you're. It's like if you're not sure that what you're saying, she's getting it. But anyway, it was great because we have a very good disposition of things with microphones, and so it's much easier than it could be. So it was good.
Okay, good. And do you maybe have like an advice or a golden tip for a guitarist like Merlin?
I
Just
don't
in
know.
general.
The thing is that each person is very different in each people. So I think the most important thing is the illusion, to keep the illusion and to want to do things, to want to learn, to never feel pressure or something. I mean, the guitar, the music in general, must be an entertainment, must be something to enrich oneself, and not to be, I don't know, a competition or something like that. So the most important thing is to enjoy the music and enjoy learning things. And then when you grow, when you will learn more things, maybe you can get away and playing as a professional guitarist or not, or whatever. But that's not the most important thing, at least
Okay.
for them now.
Yeah, that's great advice. Thank you. And Merlin, do you have a question maybe?
No.
No question? Okay. Then one last question, if you'd like. Could you maybe play for us a short part of a piece that you like?
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. I can play something from Antonio Lauro, he's a Venezuelan composer. In the Canary Islands, we feel a lot of connection with South America, so we play a lot of this kind of music. One of the valses, number 2, which is Andreina.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So we hope to see you soon in Enschede, hopefully next year.
I hope.
And yeah, thank you very much for the masterclass and for your time.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, we wish you a nice day.
The same for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.